Hello and welcome to Catherine's Corner. Today we are going to be making challah, and I have the Essential Jewish Baking Book Cookbook by Beth A. Lee, and they have a recipe on page 22 called Bubby's Challah, and these are the ingredients you will be needing: all-purpose flour, active dry yeast or instant yeast, granulated sugar, kosher salt, warm water, vegetable oil, 2 large eggs, another large egg, teaspoon of water, teaspoon of sesame seed is optional, and then poppy seeds is optional. We're going to be making ours without the sesame seed and poppy seed, but if you want to try that, great. Alright, so the first step is, in the bowl, stand mixer, whisk together the flour, yeast, and sugar. So we've got our stand mixer and our whisk. Then it says to make a well in the center of the flour and add salt, water, oil, and eggs. Alright, so I'm going to be halving the recipe because I don't want it to overflow my stand mixer. Alright, so give me a second. And we're going to be using the all-purpose flour organics. Okay, now it called for 7.5 cups, but I am going to be doing half of that. So that's 1. Oh my goodness. 2.
Sorry folks, I guess her cup thing snapped. So she has to
3. Now we need to put in there yeast. For the next ingredient, we're going to be using instant yeast. It says about 1/3 cup or 62 grams. So I'm going to do 31 grams. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. It says 4.5 teaspoons. I thought that was a bit much. 4.5 teaspoons of instant yeast. And 1, 2, and 1/4 is half. Alright. Okay, for the sugar, it says 62 grams, so that one we will do 31 grams.
You're using organic sugar too.
There we go. Now we are to whisk plug it in. Alright. Now we're whisking the ingredients. I'm just going to take this whisk off and just make sure we got all the ingredients whisked together. Alright, then it says to make a hole in the middle. There you go. And then add our other ingredients. Salt. We're doing half a tablespoon of salt. Alright, so we're going to do 1 cup of water, because that's half the recipe. And we're going to heat it up in the microwave to get it to 105 degrees.
She has it going for 2 minutes.
I'm just going to do it for 1 minute. I just put it 2 by accident. Okay, and we're going to do half of 1/3 oil and put it in the middle. Can you stop? We're going to test the temperature and see what it is. 153. Yeah, it's fine. And 1 large egg. Alright, so now we have the dough hook. And we're going to start mixing that. Alright, it says on low speed for 1 minute, then it says medium to low for 3 minutes. So I'm going to set the timer for 1 minute.
Good, and the way it's kneading in there, it's mixing pretty good in there. I'm just telling the audience.
Now we're doing it on medium. Now we have a surface we're going to be working with. So I'm just going to lightly flour it. We're going to make these into rounds and then let them rise. Alright, I've floured my hands. The dough is actually pretty good. I don't think it's too sticky. We did it for 4 minutes after the first minute. I'm just supposed to knead this. See how it's not sticking to me? I'm just supposed to put it into a round. Some people do it like this. Okay. Here we go. Now we're going to let it rise for an hour. Put it back into the mixer. Put this out of the way. Put this into the mixer.
And just let it sit for an hour, huh?
I have a cheesecloth I like to use. I just cover it.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to set the timer for an hour.
1 hour. Okay, we'll see you back in an hour.
So the dough has been rising. And I am going to see if I can get it to come up. There we go. And then I'm going to cut it. Into 3 pieces. Now I'm just trying to make the hollow strands.
Smells good.
I want it about 14 inches. Okay, that one's good. To 16 inches. Maybe I'll do them 16 because they're a little thick. Make this 16. So we have our 3, and basically I'm just doing 3, and you're just going to braid it like you would braid your hair. So, like so. Hold on, I don't braid sideways. Alright. There we go. Like so. And then you just squeeze in the sides. Squeeze them under. And we're gonna we're just going to grease this pan, make sure it's good, and we're going to place the dough in the pan and let it rise. Okay. Let me cover it with the cheesecloth, and we will right, we're doing 1 hour.
Okay.
We're making an egg wash now. The dough has risen. Ooh, it's big.
Right.
We've got the oven going to 375. There we go. Teaspoon of water. Alright, now we're going to put the egg wash on. Looks delicious. It's huge.
It's bigger than that's good thing you did cut things in half. Folks, it's a good thing she did cut things in half. I think it went too big.
Okay, so it's made it to 350, then it said to turn it down to 375 is what it made it up to, and now we are going to, I'm actually going to try keeping a thermometer in there, because it says it needs to get to 190. Alright, so "25 to 30 minutes. Alright, so we're going to set the timer for 25 and start. And I'm going to set this to 190. Alright. Okay, 25 minutes is up. However, my temperature gauge shows that we need 5 more degrees. So let's just take a look. Okay, we're going to let it cook a little bit longer till it reaches 190. Okay, so what I did is I ended up doing 195, and now we have to let the challah rest.
And smells good too, by the way. It looks like a good challah.
Smells very good.
Yeah. Alright. That's perfect.
Okay, so we've let it cool for about 2 minutes, and then it said to put it on a wire rack. So we're going to try that. I don't know if my spatula can hold this thing. Let me try 2 spatulas. Okay. There we go.
Completed challah.
And that's Catherine's Corner. Have a great day.